Hey folks, I am a little early, but my name is Katrina Vasallo and I will be talking with Vedo today. Very excited. Gonna give him a few minutes, actually get to 2 p.m. Hello friends. Excited to be chatting today with Vedo. Let's see. He's in here. Hello friends, how's everyone doing? My name is Katrina Vasallo. Work for HeadCount. All right. How's everyone doing today? Very excited. We're so close to the election. How's it going, friends? I'm excited to talk to Vedo today about voting, getting out the vote, his experiences in life with voting. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the HeadCount Live. We are getting ready for the election. So little days. Midterm elections are going to be here any second. How's everyone doing? Don't worry, it won't just be me. I'll be chatting with Vedo. Gonna grab his Instagram, get up in here. Vedo the singer. Okay. Wanna make sure you type in something right. Hello. I'm inviting him now, so it won't just be me. Hey, Vedo.
What's poppin'? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm good. I just left the gym. Working, been in album mode. So, feeling good.
Oh yeah. My name's Katrina, just so you know. I work for HeadCount.
Okay.
Typically managing volunteers and just kind of the operations of that world. And so I'm really excited to talk with you because you're
Yeah.
freaking awesome. I've been like doing a ton of research about you and like your life and just like love it. I love it, man. I'm really excited to be here with you.
Much love, Everything I've been through, man, made me who I am today. So,
Absolutely. I realized I have this little light. Look at that. Ooh, okay. I'm
I gotta
really
use my
ready.
computer light. Hold on. I gotta use
Hell yeah, hell yeah. um, I like redid the whole background to be here. I was like, I really want to like have a good time with you. My first thing obviously is thank you for being here and talking with us and talking about democracy and like how the election is coming up and it's going to be right there. And I heard someone say that midterms are harder to get people to go to, right? It's not the presidential election. And
Right.
so I think you here is massive because
Yeah.
you have a massive platform
Yeah.
and people love you for good reason because you're freaking awesome.
No.
But I guess my questions are all about voting. And my first question I really love because I think will give a great idea about kind of how this convo is going to go. But like, when was your first time voting or like a memory of voting in your life, whether it was with a parent or a friend or whatever, and like that sticks out to you?
Of course, you know I'm gonna say when Barack Obama ran, of course.
Hell yeah.
And honestly, it happened really. It happened then is because I really didn't follow it. I didn't follow voting, and to be totally honest with you, I didn't really understand or know how important it was to use your voice. And look, I can be honest about it and say, man, hey, that was bad on my part. But yeah, that was a monumental moment for us, for everyone to get out of Iraq. But I mean, I remember standing on those lines, man, and just like, hey, I'm going to cast my vote. And, my vote matters. Yeah.
Were you, because I know you're from Michigan, but were you living in Michigan at that time, or were you voting down in Atlanta where you,
No,
I think you're based now?
Yeah, I was here in Atlanta. I moved from Michigan. I moved down here when I was 14 years old.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had like the snow and the cold, but also like
Yeah.
Georgia really helped form like those teenage years. Those are important years.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, moving down here was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Because from where I come from up north, man, it was kind of like, nothing that could help mold me into who I am today. So I had to get out and see see something different. And I also had to, reconnect with my father to, to really learn how to be a man. So that was one of the main reasons I came down.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really connect with your story because my first time voting was in 2012, and that was the presidential election for me. And HeadCount is partisan, but Katrina Basallo voted for Barack also. It was a massive moment. It was huge because I remember in 2008 where I was like a child and I was like, I don't know anything about it, but like
exactly, hey, listen. You look at it, you just being honest with yourself. It's like, I don't really understand the importance of it, but I know that my pops and my dad. But my thing with my dad is, my dad urged me to go learn, right? Go educate myself on why I'm voting and who I'm voting for, what they stand for, because it's very easily to be persuaded into a certain direction. It happens all the time. These candidates start going around to the schools and to the churches and trying to get people to, vote for them and not really giving them a reason or not really educating them on why they should. And I think that's why it's very important to just do your own research,
I love that because I agree with that so greatly. And I think HeadCount, because we're nonpartisan, we just want to help educate people up into the point where like now you have to do the research on who, right? And how like we help you get to the point where like you can check your status if you are ready or not, right? Like we have folks down in Atlanta in the Georgia surrounding Atlanta area doing get out the vote stuff and like educating people like, wait, you were about to be purged from the rolls. And so then like I agree with you greatly. Like part of how I get ready to vote is like I look up on like what's on my ballot and like what other people feel and like kind of what's being said. And I guess a question for you.
And ask questions. I think some of the best teachers when it comes to voting and things like that are older people, older, like, I'll go talk to my dad and my dad will sit down and he'll drag on forever telling me like, hey, this is that, you have to vote for this person. But it's like, hey, this is my belief, but hey, son, you go do your own research and, find out yourself. And I really think that helps because it's not, he doesn't sway me in any direction. Hey, whatever decision you make, just make sure that you can live with it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that because like getting prepared to vote is such a personal thing, right? Like the music that I listen to that day when I go there, like the last time I went and voted in the primaries, I was listening to Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent. I was like, I was hyped. I was like, let's go. And there was no line and it was really nice and easy. But the research part before.
Yeah, man, I remember. And the thing is, even when voting, man, I think voting is personal, but it's also a selfless act because you can't just vote for you, right? You're voting. Some people go vote for a certain person because they make this much money a year, right? Okay, what about the people that don't make that? What about the people who are subject to government assistance and things like that? So you have to vote. You have to be a selfless voter and say who is the right candidate for the people most in need. And I think that's something that people have to really take, grasp and say, hey, even though this isn't what I believe in, but I'm also a believer in helping people, a believer in enlightening people and giving them the opportunities to basically grow and give them that push forward. And I think that's the selfless act of it. Just voting, not just voting for yourself, but voting for everyone else.
I literally love that perspective so much. And it's interesting because I don't think I've ever thought about it in that way, right? It's like when you're voting, you're trying to put your voice out there, but it's also like there are tons of folks that live in the US that aren't eligible for plenty of reasons. And it's like they need a voice too.
They need a voice. They need a voice too. And that's basically what I'm saying is like they need a voice as well. So that's the selfless aspect of it. Like don't be selfish. Just say I'm only voting for this person because they gonna cut taxes. Ooh, you know what I mean? So it's like you gotta have a big.
I love that. I think that's really awesome. And one of my questions was like, who inspired you to be involved in democracy and like speak on issues that are important to you? But I feel like it's your dad, right? Like,
I would say for sure. My pops. for definitely my dad. I would say my manager, Ro. He's very intelligent when it comes to those things. It's like, hey, he can break it down to you. Just like my dad can. He can break it down to you and give you this side and give you this side and understand where both sides are coming from. And I think you have to choose what side you want to be on. I mean, and I think those things are helpful because it's not, it doesn't sway you in one direction. It gives you the opportunity to make your own decision.
Yeah, truly. And I think that's one of the like most important things about when I'm out in the field doing work is like, I don't want to tell you how to vote. I just want to prepare you to do it. And I really love that that's your perspective, because we talk to a ton of artists who feel really strongly about specific things and tell people how they want them to vote. And I respect that, because you want to use the platform how you want to, but like that's a unique perspective, and I really appreciate it.
I mean, but people, the thing is, and that's one of the reasons I don't do that, is because my situation isn't your situation. I'm voting this way because this is what I'm going through, or this is what I'm facing. But I never know what you're facing, so all I can do is just educate you on voting, on why, and educate you on why you're voting, and what are you, what are you, looking to change, and what will you change by voting? You know what I'm saying? So it's totally, you got to just vote from your heart, man. Go with what you feel is true. I would never sway anybody to vote for me.
Absolutely. I don't want to, we've got a couple minutes left. I don't want to take up too much of your time today.
No,
you said you're working on an album, which is really awesome. So you're like in the grind right now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I'm actually
in the sequencing stage of the album. So that's when you put the songs in order, from top to bottom, and you listen to them from the first song all the way to the last, and how does it make you feel?
Yeah.
Does it slow down too much? Is it too fast right here? Do we need more love in the middle? Do we need, what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
absolutely.
So all the songs
That's awesome. So we're going to have an album soon then.
Absolutely. December 2nd.
What day?
December 2nd.
December 2nd, right before the holidays.
Yeah, I'm going to give y'all something. I'm going to give y'all something to vibe to, man, when y'all, Christmas and New Year's and all that good stuff. And we going crazy, man. We're shooting a bunch of music videos. Got some really, really dope collabs on the album. I'm really excited about that. So, yeah, it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for it.
R&B album of the year. Yes. That shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to cut my bad. This is the one.
Speak it. So I guess, do you have anything else that you want to share about voting and kind of your experiences in life, and anything that you think the people that are listening right now or watch this after the fact, kind of how to close out, like for you?
I think, well, I mean, it kind of just piggyback on what I said before, right? It's absolutely a must that if you can vote, you get out and vote. I mean, whether it's early voting, whether it's going, voting on election day, whatever the case may be, but you definitely have to get out and vote. And keep in mind, whatever decision you make, like I say, just make sure it's the best decision for you and your family. Educate as many people as you can possible on why they should be voting. Because at the end of the day, you cannot complain about what is going on in the world if you do not use your voice and vote to try to change it. Because we get that a lot. You get people that complain about everything, inflation, whatever, and you do nothing to change it. So honestly, in my opinion, I don't want to hear it if you don't get out and vote. So I think that everybody should get out and vote, have an open mind, open heart, and just encourage as many people as you can. And like we just said, be the voice for the voiceless, the people who can't vote for whatever reason. And I think that's it for me. I think you get out and vote.
Hell yeah, I love it. Someone in the chat was asking, what time are you performing tonight? You're performing tonight? I didn't even know you're doing this.
It's a late one. It's It's gonna be about like 11, 12 o'clock. So awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna take this time during the day to kick it with the family and just relax, because I know tonight is about to be wild. And I have a show tomorrow in Tampa, so I got to rest up for that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've also something that when I was doing a little research before I got to talk with you, I was like, your love for your daughter is freaking amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I saw that, I was just like, oh my God, that warmed my heart, the amount that, like, I can just tell that you love her. And so spending time with family is massive for me too.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Yeah,
that.
for sure. Definitely.
But
That time with family, you can't get that back.
yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you.
Excited to see anything that comes out of tonight's performance or tomorrow's performance. Thanks for
And
telling
before I
your
go,
fans. Yeah,
new single dropping November 18th. Album is dropping December 2nd. So y'all get ready for that. We're going
November
crazy.
18th.
Yeah, we're
I'm
going
writing
crazy.
it down right here. All the
Let's go.
questions
Let's go.
that we are going to but
Love it.
hell yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day and
You
just
too,
thanks.
Leslie. Thank you for having me. Much love.
Bye.